girls, Leroy here. And today in GPKids, we are going to learn about how to be world changers. Can kids be world changers? All they want to do is play video games. In my day, we worked in the fields instead of playing those stupid video games. Leroy? Sorry, kids. Today we are going to learn how to be world changers. Pastor Justin says that we all can be world changers. Let me grab my sweet tea and see how we can be world changers. Pastor Justin here for GPKids. Today we're going to talk about how to be a world changer. There are 4 ways you can learn how to be a world changer. I want to see if you can spot each way when we talk about it.
On God's team, players change the world.
Hello, Ralphie. Welcome to GPKids. Hello, Pastor Justin. In GPKids, we're talking about how to be a world changer. Are you a world changer? Oh yeah, I'm a world changer. I change the world by picking the right friends. Well, who are your friends? Oh, a Tan Hut, Leroy, and BGMC, Buddy the Barrel. Those are some good friends. But today we're going to talk about Jesus and how he picked his friends, his disciples. Ooh, I love that story, how he picked his friends. That's so cool. I'm a cool cat. Is there a video we can watch that shows that story? I think there is. I think there is a video we can watch. You ready to watch that video? Oh yeah, that would be so cool.
One day, as Jesus was preaching on the shore of the Sea of Galilee, a big crowd of people gathered. As the crowd grew, the people pressed closer and closer to Jesus.
Jesus saw 2 empty boats at the water's edge. The fishermen had left and were washing their nets.
Jesus stepped into one of the boats. It belonged to Simon and his brother Andrew.
Simon? Don't you mean Peter?
Well, later Jesus gives Simon a new name and calls him Peter, but that hasn't happened yet, so in this story, his name is still Simon.
Got it. So where were we? Oh yeah, Jesus asked Simon to take him out on the water away from the shore.
Right, and Simon did it. Jesus sat in the boat away from the shore and taught the crowds from there. When Jesus finished teaching, he said,
"Go out where it is deep and let down your nets to catch some fish."
We worked hard all night and didn't catch a thing, but if you say so, I'll let down the nets again.
Simon and Andrew let down their nets, and this time, when they pulled the nets out of the sea, they were so full of fish they began to tear. They called out to their friends who owned the other boat.
Guys, bring your boat over here. You're not going to believe this.
James, John, and their father Zebedee brought their boat over. Soon, both boats were so full of fish, they almost sank.
The fishermen were amazed. They knew Jesus had performed a miracle right in front of them. Simon fell to his knees.
He was in awe. Simon saw how powerful Jesus was and knew he must have been sent by God.
Oh Lord, please leave me. I don't deserve to be near you. I have disobeyed God.
Don't be afraid. From now on, you'll be fishing for people.
Jesus meant that from that day forward, they would be telling people everywhere about Jesus and his power. And because of that, many would choose to follow Jesus.
When they got back to shore, Simon and his brother Andrew decided to follow Jesus.
Their friends, James and John, left their boat with their father so they could follow Jesus too.
Those 4 fishermen left everything behind so they could follow Jesus' example.
They learned about Jesus, spent time with him, and discovered how to do everything the way Jesus did.
And that's how Simon,
also known as Peter,
along with Andrew, James, and John, became Jesus' very first disciples.
Let me hear you sing it.
going to tell you about our new memory verse, Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. It says, 2 people are better than one. They can help each one in everything they do. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. Holy Bible, signing off. All right, it's the judge here. I'm ready to go to the top. I'm ready to be number one. But you know what? If I'm going to change the world and be the number one champion, they say I need a partner. They say I need a teammate. Who's going to be my teammate? Just like in Ecclesiastes 4:9. 2 are better than 1. Who's going to be the 2? Who's going to be the number 2? Who's going to be my partner for the next tag? I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll have to find out who's going to be my teammate. 2 are better than 1. They can help in everything we do. This is the judge, and you're going to be judged. I'm going after all my enemies. I'm going after all the people who stand against me and saying I couldn't do it, because I'm going to be the next World Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, and you are not going to stop. Hello, boys and girls. My name is a Tin Hut. A Tin Hut? Why do they call you a Tin Hut? Because you're in the army and you have to salute? No, Pastor Justin. They call me a Tin Hut because I live in a tin hut. Oh, I see. Today, we're talking about how to be a world changer. Do you know how to be a world changer? Oh, yes, I know how to be a world changer. I know how to be a world changer. When you're afraid, you don't have to be afraid anymore. You don't have to be afraid. Tell me about that. Oh, yeah, I have a Bible story. My favorite Bible character is Gideon. Why Gideon? Why was he your favorite? Oh, because he was in the army just like me. He led troops, and he got afraid. Just like me sometimes. You get afraid? Oh, yeah, Pastor Johnson. But I know God is with me, and I don't have to be afraid anymore. God is with you. Oh, yeah, just like in Judges chapter 6, how he was with Gideon. Do you want me to tell the story, or do you want to tell the story? Oh, I'll tell the story. I know that story. One day, Gideon was put in charge of all the troops. And he had to go into battle, and they had to fight a lot of people that were more soldiers than he had. So they had more soldiers? Yeah, they had more soldiers than he did. And what happened was he was scared and afraid, and he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. Oh, yeah, he turned to God. He prayed to God. That's another reason you can be a world trader. You can pray. But he prayed, and he asked God to make him not afraid anymore. Did God do that? Oh, yeah, God made him not afraid, and God went to battle with him, and they won the battle. They won the battle. Oh, yeah, Pastor Justin, they won the battle because Gideon was not afraid anymore. So you're saying to be a world changer, you don't have to be afraid.
Hey guys, it's Coach King, and it's time for the dance of the day. Stand up on your feet with me. Hey DJ, hit that beat. Watch me. Snap, 1, 2, 3, snap. 1, 2, 3, snap. 1, 2, 3, snap. Now you guys are gonna join me, all right? Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, snap. 1, 2, 3, snap. 1, 2, 3, snap. 1, 2, 3, snap. Looking good. Great job, guys. See you next time. Thank you.
One day, King Darius signed a decree that said that no one could pray to any god except for the king. But Daniel knew it was right, and he wasn't afraid to pray to God, even if it would cost him his life. Kids, we don't need to be afraid to pray. We can pray anywhere at any time. To be world changers, we need to be prayer warriors. You can pray for anything, anywhere, at any time. You can pray for your family, you can pray for your parents, and even your kids' pastor. Kids, let's be prayer warriors and world changers.
Change the world!
You can also be a world changer by giving to your local church or to a mission project like BGMC. We have a friend here today called Buddy the Barrel. He came back from the mission field. He's the mascot at BGMC, and he's going to tell us a great Bible story on how you can give and be a world changer.
Hey guys, it's Buddy Barrel from BGMC, Boys and Girls Missionary Challenge. I'm challenging you guys to be world changers. You can be a world changer by giving to BGMC. BGMC goes to help kids around the world hear about Jesus. So, do everything you can. Look through your couches, ask your parents, and raise money for BGMC. Be a world changer by giving. Jesus was walking in the temple, and he saw all sorts of people putting lots and lots of money in the offering basket. But guess what? One person put 2 pennies in the offering, and Jesus said, that person has given more money than anybody else. And the disciples said, how's that possible? And Jesus said, because she gave from her heart. So no matter how much you give to BGMC or to Jesus in the offering, do it with a cheerful heart and be a cheerful giver. Be a giver, be a world changer.
Trusting in the Lord, trusting in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Your heart. And lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him. And He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Your heart. Your heart. And lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him. And He will make your path straight. Now shout it out. Whoa.
mixed up into one. The book's about God, who He is and what He's done. It's the Holy Bible, y'all, with God's truth packed tight inside. It's alive, a prize to hide in your heart and in your mind. Old Testaments are set up for the big event, when Jesus crashed the scene with a new arrangement. It's history, His story, whose story? God's story. Oh, the story of how much He loves me. Let it blow up all the pages, let the show go live. Let His word explode from this video into your life.
In our Bible story today, we're going to learn how that Jesus told the disciples to go and spread the good news of His story, His life, of what He'd done, how He died on the cross for our sins, and how He rose again. But as a world changer, we sometimes have to take risk. And the disciples had to take a risk during this time because God told them to go share about Him and the good news of the things He's done. But He told them not to take any extra clothes with them, or not to take any extra money or extra food. They needed to rely on the generosity of the church, the people, to help. Sometimes as a world changer, we have to take risks. And that risk could be hard or tough, or it can be easy. But we need to be world changers in all we do. We learned in Daniel chapter 6 how Daniel prayed nonstop. How he prayed when times are hard. We also learned from Buddy Barrel that, we need to give to missions or give to our local church. Anything can help. It could be a penny, it could be a dime, a nickel, a coin. Anything can help to make us world changers. Remember our goal of $4,500, kids. Also, to be a world changer, we can't have fear. Just like the disciples had no fear when they went out and told everyone about Jesus. Or when Gideon was faced with battles that he wasn't afraid to fight. And we also need to be world changers about the people we hang out with. Jesus picked a certain people, and He prayed for those people, and he sought to see if those were the right people. Jesus picked the right friend to hang out with. You need to pick the right friends. I know right now it's hard because you can't go to school and be with your friends, the ones you already picked. But you can pray for those right now. You can pray for your friends that they will know Jesus and that you can tell them about Jesus. That's how we can be world changers.
Hey there, I'm Homer.
And I'm Hoops.
Hoops, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to collect some extra change for the school carnival. The thing is that I don't even know why I'm doing this. There's not even enough in here to make a difference.
Hoops, you need to remember who we're doing this for. This isn't just about us. This is for the Ridgewood Foxes. Remember the school fire that they had?
I know. The money we bring is going to be donated to help them rebuild their school.
Exactly.
Hey, it's a gummy worm. Anyways, this just isn't even enough change to replace a pencil. It's not even worth it. I'm sure they're going to have donations from other people.
Every little bit helps. And you might not have a ton to give, but you can change the world with what you already have, and maybe even think of ways to earn some more.
And I know Jesus wants me to help, I just don't really think I can.
You can't have that kind of attitude. Listen, Jesus got a group of His friends together and He wanted their help.
That's right, I remember now. And because they listened to Jesus and did what He said, they were able to become major game changers. Here, help me out with this. One day, Jesus called together 12 of His friends, the disciples. They had traveled with Jesus for 3 years now, learning from Him and watching Him do amazing things. And now, He was giving them the power and authority to heal people. Then Jesus told His disciples that they needed to go out and tell everyone they could about the things He had done and how much He loves them. Jesus told the disciples not to take anything with them, not even extra food, not even extra money, not even extra clothes. Jesus wanted the disciples to ask people for something to eat and people for a place to stay when they needed it. So the disciples set out and went from village to village telling the good news about Jesus and healing people everywhere. And every time Jesus sent them out, They told others about Jesus, and tons of people started believing and following him. And those people told more people, and pretty soon, because the 12 disciples couldn't help but tell everyone about what Jesus had done for them, so many people got to hear the great news that Jesus loved them.
The disciples realized that it wasn't all about them. They didn't just keep their friendship with Jesus to themselves. They listened to Jesus and did what he said. And because of that, they were able to help change the world. Talk about the ultimate game changers.
Man, what an awesome story. Players on God's team really do change the world. And I realized that I want to be a game changer too. And I can start with what I have. But also find some ways to make some extra change too. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Come on, Homer, let's go change the world.
Wait, where are we going?
Everywhere.
Right, boys and girls. The 4 ways that we can be a world changer are by picking the right friends, by praying for the lost, by giving to the church and to missions, and not having fear in our life in this hard time. Boys and girls, you can be a world changer. That was a great lesson on how to be a world changer. You can be a world changer by not being afraid when times are hard. You can be a world changer when you pray for others. You can be a world changer when you give to BGMC or special offerings to help change the world. And last, you can be a world changer when we pick the right friends to hang around with. Just like Jesus picked his friends or his disciples, you can pick good friends